Hi, this is Quantribe. Welcome to my channel. So pretty often strategy you want to backtest has quite a lot of parameters, and it's pretty tricky to find optimal combinations of these parameters. You can try to do this manually, just changing parameters and look at performance, but there are much better ways to do that. So in this video we'll show you a way you can do that in Python using Backtrader. If you like my content, please like this video and subscribe. This will help me to do more content for you. So here I have a very simple strategy implemented in Backtrader. So these are simple moving average cross strategy. Idea is very simple. I have a fast moving average and slow moving average, and when I see a bullish crossover, I go long. When I see bearish crossover, I close my long position. So it's super simple. And here I have basically two parameters: a fast moving average length and slow moving average length. And to avoid manually changing code all the time to find optimal parameters, what I will do, I will try to optimize it using optimizer from Backtrader library. So let's execute it and see if it works like that. So let's execute it, and as you can see in a second, here we have our performance here. It seems to work. So now let's work a bit on our class and to allow us to optimize it. So first thing we have to do is we have to add parameters to our class. It's extremely easy to do that. You just have to assign parameters here as basically like lists of your parameters. And here just let's add fast length, and it should be let's say equal to 5, and slow length should be equal, let's say, to 25. And now we have to replace our kind of fixed hard-coded parameters with our new parameters from our class. You can do this with self.params, and after that your parameters name. So as easy as that. So let's add slow length here as well. So let's try to execute it and see how it works. After adding parameters to your class, actually you can start passing your parameters to your strategy in add strategy function. So how you can do that is quite easy. Just add your parameters with value you want to pass, and that's basically it. So let's add slow length to 10, for example. Let's execute it. Let's look at performance. Let's change it here and execute it again, and you can see that performance change. So after that, having this strategy with parameters, theoretically you can run like a lot of strategies in a loop and just collect their performances, but there are better way to do that in Backtrader. So what you can do is you can, instead of like add strategy function, you can use opt strategy function. This is function especially for optimization of your strategies, and it has like the same syntax as add strategy function that requires the same parameters, but the only difference is that instead of like single values here for your parameters, you can pass lists of parameters you want to try. So for example, here you can pass like, okay, I want to try this list of parameters, or you can just go with the range. So for example, if you want to try all parameters for slow moving average, for the fast moving average, you want to try all parameters from 1 to 10. And for slow, let's say I want to have another range from 25 to 50 with a step of 5, for example. So that's it. Actually, we can run as is, and it will work fine. The only thing I want to add a bit more analyzers so it can help us understand which of these parameters is better. I will add a Drawdown, and I will add returns analyzer. So that's it. Let's now execute it, and it will take just a few moments to compute it. Problem is that it has to run like strategy every time for all your parameters combinations, and you will have like summary for everything in the end. So it's done, and as you can see, it took only like 40 seconds to compute entire optimization, and that's not bad for like 50-55 backtests we run over this time. And let's look at the results now. So first of all, as you can see, this broker.getValue function doesn't output you any meaningful results because results are a bit different for optimization. So let's look at this back variable. So as you can see, it's kind of a list of backtesting results. So, and here you can see we have like all our 50 backtesting results in one list. So to work with it, just basic to kind of access individual backtesting results, you need to add like extra layer of, you know, like brackets here with the for your array. And let's run it and see if it works. Yeah, it seems to work. This is our basically first performance. Let's try to go for other metrics. So let's look at our drawdown, and as you can see, it seems to work. Now let's go to get like one value from it. So let's go for and drawdown. So here's our drawdown. Let's get the last one is its returns. So what we have here. So let's get this value. Let's execute it. As you can see, so these are basically results of one single backtest. So our job now is to join this in together in like one data frame and after that, so we can analyze it better. So now let's compute these metrics for all backtesting results. So it's quite easy to do that with a list comprehension. So I will output a list with all these metrics. So let's start with annualized return, then add max dropdown, and then Sharpe ratio. Let's replace this by X. And after that, let's add for X in back. So as you can see here, we have all results for all our back tests, but still we miss parameters because we don't know from what parameters, what metrics correspond to what parameters. So let's add parameters as well. So I will use x0 and params, and after that I have to copy my parameter name. And let's do the same for slow length. Let's execute it again, and as you can see now we have parameters, so we know moving average with what length, how performed. So it's quite good. So now let's do a few more things. So first let's save this as a parameter list variable, and let's execute it and save it into this variable. And after that, let's create like a proper data frame from it so we can work with it better. So I will call this part.df, and I will use pandas data frame function, and I will just pass my list of lists here. And also I will have to name my columns. So I will pass list of names for my columns. So it will be fast length, slow length, and here it's return, drawdown, and Sharpe. Let's execute it and see if it works. So it seems to work. Let's look at it. So it seems to work. Now we have access to entire data frame, you know, like with parameters and corresponding performance. So it seems to work. We find to have like really nice experience with it. You can also use qgrid .show grid and just pass your data frame, and this will output you really nice, you know, like a table where you can actually go and filter stuff. You can just sort it by return to find, you know, like what parameters gives you best returns and so on. So I think that's all for the video. I think now you understand how you can optimize strategies in Python. Thank you for watching. See you.